Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. Now we are joined by Williams Uchemba, who is an actor, comedian, and writer. Now he has been on our screens since he was a little boy, and he's also known as a movie producer, entrepreneur, and motivational speaker. He's here for an interesting chat, and I'm sure you're excited about it. Good morning.
Good morning. How
are you doing?
Good.
You know, when I was telling you, you can't be like this. Like, seeing you on social media, you have this very high energy. So don't come and be doing prim and proper.
No, it's like a doctor in the hospital and a doctor in his house.
So this is your house now. How are you doing?
Good, thank
Good
you.
to have you here. I mean, there's so much I want to talk to you about, but I'm going to start with your foundation and how you've journeyed through your philanthropy. Now, there was this time I watched you do a live while you were giving at Makoko. I want to talk about what inspired your interest to help. Because there's one thing to help, and then there's a controversy about helping online. Yeah. So I want to talk about what inspired your interest in helping.
Beautiful question. Thank you. You know, in Nigeria, you really don't know how much people are going through until you live outside the country. If this room is hot, when you come in, you might notice it's hot, but when you're there for a while, your body, yeah. I didn't know how much Nigerians were going through until I lived in America. That was when I realized that Nigerian on the street is literally suffering. In America, it's different. If you see people on the street, there's a high percent that they're maybe on drugs and they don't want to go to rehab because government have provided such things to put people back. But 2017, I came back to Nigeria, and on my way home, I saw a man in his mid-60s selling ice cream, this 50 naira small ice cream. So he was trying to make a transaction with somebody in a car, and the traffic started moving. So he was trying to chase the car down to sell, and he missed a step and fell into a car lane, and an oncoming truck who didn't see him killed him right in front of me. And that man did not die because he was a fraudster, because he was stealing, or because he was just trying to feed his family. And his wife and kids, I believe, was waiting for daddy to bring back money for food. And for how much? So that night I couldn't sleep. And the next day I saw a lot of people. One man was selling Christmas lights. And I didn't even know when I gave him the dollar I had in my pocket, just because I was scarred from what I saw the previous day. And I looked, and there were so many of them. And I was like, okay, how many can I help? And as of the time, I had about 2 million followers. And I said, okay, if I give one person, I'm only helping one person. Yeah. But if I give one person and post it and encourage just 10% of my followers to do the same, I'm not only getting one person out, I'm getting 200,000 people out the streets. So the chain reaction of that is what made me start the Give Challenge project, which was what most people saw online, and it went viral.
Very inspirational, inspiring. Now, you know, we once talked about this off air. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but let me just bring it in. The project you're already in the works for as regards your giving, your show. Now, how is that going for you now?
It's something we'll talk after now, but it's still on. We're just trying to see how we can reach more people. Because you see, people really don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't care what your PhD is doing for it. Why we celebrate people like the Mandelas and all this, even Jesus Christ, is because of the works they did for people. So our life should be service to humanity, no matter your platform. So it's expected that even as a politician, as an actor, as an activist, wherever you find yourself, it should be service to humanity, even before any other thing, because that is the purpose of your platform.
I want to talk a bit about your childhood. Now, I want you to share with us, we see you on social media, you're an entire vibe. I want you to share with us one childhood experience you had that scarred you.
I think it was a movie set. The Messenger, I was supposed to be this young boy that was supposed to drown. And because I disobeyed the queen in the movie. So unfortunately for me, the guy that was supposed to drown me, one of the queen's guard, is a new actor that wants to show himself. And it was an actual river. So when they said action, he was actually drowning me. It wasn't playing. Yes, I was literally in the water. And even when they said cut, because the director was far, he wasn't still hearing.
No.
So, and the director said, oh, good, we have to do that again. I'm like,
Never.
no, we don't. You know, so that kind of like, when I remember, in fact, one of the reasons why I'm a bit scared of water, you know, up until now. Yes.
How old were you then?
It was about, what, 11? Yeah, was a baby.
Yo, that was early.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about your social media personality and the videos you make and the inspiration behind them. Not everybody knows what it is like living abroad, but how do you get to create those contents? What even inspired you to start to create those kind of content?
Well, my family always says I'm funny.
Okay.
And, you know, as people on the limelight, there is always a life you show people, and a life you show the ones you love. So one of those days in California, I just decided to do something out of what people know me for. And I realized it got traction, like people loved it. But what made me stay in it, I tell people in real life, I'm not a comedian, I'm an actor. Okay. And an actor is someone that can be able to play anything. So most times when people see me, they want me to do something funny. I'm like, nah, I'm not funny. But what really got me to be more out with the whole comedy thing was when I got a call from this woman, and she was emotional. She was like, their mom have been sick, down with cancer for about 6 months, and there haven't been any reason for her to smile. And she came across a skit of mine, and she's been laughing all through, and everybody have actually been crying because it's been a while. It was a while they saw their mom laugh, and I found out that was actually a ministry. You're helping people, especially in a country like this where there's so much stress. You know, the least you can do is to make people laugh.
Wow, so I was going to move on. I would like us to quickly look at one of your skits for the benefits of people watching, so that they know beyond Williams Uchemba, the actor, the philanthropist, we also have him giving us amazing skits on social media. Do we have that ready, or should we still progress? Okay, let's take that quickly.
Hello? Who is this? I should tell you some secrets about my father. My daddy said I shouldn't be talking to strangers. I'm not going to tell you anything about my father. Why should I tell you secrets about my father? You buy me rice. So my daddy robbed the bank yesterday. Yes, he's a thief. And I know where he buries the money, at the back of our house. I know my daddy's ATM pin, even mobile banking. Do you want the pin?
You know, I don't need to say it. They already said it. You need to give us, even if it's 20 seconds of this personality.
But that is not me. That's my son, Iti. Everybody knows that. He's sleeping at home now.
Wow. You got me. Okay, but now let's transition to your career as an actor, and you came back to Nollywood with full force, and Mamba's Diamond is showing now. Tell us about the progression to creating this project.
Yeah, I've been in the film industry for about 22 years, and I've always wanted to do something not your regular, you know, growing up in Nollywood, where I think I've been in over 60 movies or so, and half of them have been repetition of scripts. Stories. Because, you know, forgive me, some of the people that we are in the industry, we are in it for commercial reasons. It just, how much money will I make from this? And now it's different. You have them, Kemi Adetigba, you have them AY, Mua Budu,
we have you,
Jade Oshiberu. These are people that love the craft. These are people that want to do something different. And I felt, okay, anything not doing is not doing well. And I read about 16 scripts 2 years ago before seeing Mamba's Diamond, and, you know, I picked it because it has a lot of components to it. It has drama, comedy, it has action, but most importantly, it has a lesson, moral, something you learn at the end of the day.
That's what we have showing on the screen now.
Yes, that's the trailer.
That's the trailer of it. Okay.
You have absolutely nothing to worry about. As long as your friend brings me my diamond in time.
So how long was the creation process of this work?
components in the movie production.
Yeah.
You have the pre-production, where you have to pick all your amazing cast, prepare, decide who you want to direct, decide who you want to be your DOP, decide who you want to be your wardrobe and all that. That is a work on its own. Then you have the production, where you actually now film. Then where there is work is the post-production, where you have to make sure the lighting is good, the coloring, the Foley, the scoring, and everything we used in Mamba's Diamond was original.
Fabulous sound score.
Yes, we didn't get anything from anywhere. We created everything. So that's actually where there is work, you know. So, and yeah, these are like the areas where I realized that there's a difference between an actor and an executive producer. Yeah.
Okay. So now that Mamba's Diamond is out, I want to talk about the business of the filmmaking, because now you've transitioned from an actor to the business of it. Now, how is it for people that are watching and say, okay, you know what, I want to try to go into filmmaking. How is it like for you, sincerely, in turnover? Are you making the profits that you imagined you would make?
Now, the beautiful thing about film is you don't just, it's not like buying and selling. You don't just buy and sell and make your money. A movie can make money for you even in 5-10 years. You're still making money from that same film, right? But what I always try to let people know is that the first one, you might not have as much people coming for you as possible because film is a very dicey one, right? Yeah. Mamba's Diamond cost us more than 100 million to shoot, right? And if you start looking at the numbers in the cinema right now, even though we are #1 last weekend, #1 Nollywood film last weekend in Nigeria, but if you start looking at just that area, you might be a bit discouraged. Now, there are other ancillaries you can talk about, you know. You can talk about the flights, your movie playing in the flight, selling to Netflix, selling to TV stations, and so by the time you join all this together. But for me, aside the commercial aspect, I focus more also on the craft. Okay. It's what I love to do. Like, for example, we shot in New York, Johannesburg, and when the movie says a diamond mine, I literally went to a diamond mine, and we got a license to shoot in a decommissioned diamond mine in Johannesburg. So these are the things that make up a beautiful movie, you know. So while you're looking at the commercial part, you also look at the craft at the end of the day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much for coming. We wish you all the best in your career, and of course, Mamba's Diamond, all the best in the cinemas.
Thank you.
All right, now there you have it. I'm sure the first 1 hour has been a thrill. Guess what? We have 45 minutes for you. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back.